Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And he's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts, and by popular demand, I'm going to react to Wayne's Story by King Von. Now, we've done a few reactions to King Von, and this one is going to be a good one. We've had a lot of requests for it, and so without further ado, let's get into it.
My young nigga 14, he ride around that pole. See shorty about that life, ain't nan.
So his young fella's 14, riding around with that pole on him. He's about that life. Now, one of the things that older guys in the life do is they have their dirty work done by someone who's a juvenile, whether it's selling drugs, running drugs, or riding around with a pole. And they do that because juveniles don't face the consequences. However, you're not insulated because you have a juvenile do something, because there's a little thing called conspiracy law. So a conspiracy is an agreement between two or more people to commit a crime and then an actor in furtherance of that crime. The crime doesn't even have to be committed. So when you have a youngster do your crimes for you, it's called aiding and abetting or conspiracy, and you're just as guilty of that crime. So if they have evidence that you are a part of it, you could go down.
He was on a block shooting dice when some grown nigga just stole on. He hopped up in a pole on. He ain't say nothing, he just blown on. See shorty about that life.
We was on the block shooting dice. Someone stole on him, and he hopped up and he popped a pole on him. Anyway, what that means is basically he got clocked and didn't even think twice and just popped up and shot him.
It was five witnesses, local citizens, and shorty ain't think twice. He's up and did this shit like he ain't give a shit.
So he's not even caring. One of the things when you're younger, you don't know the consequences, you don't give a shit. And as you get older, you start building a life, you start caring, you start having more to protect. But the consequences, for a 14-year-old to commit a homicide, it's a lifelong changing thing. And here's the other thing. Once you start killing somebody, once you start going down that road of violence, it trips something, I think, in some people, where they don't really they don't have the moral compunction to quit. They just, it doesn't hit them the same way as it does other people, so they get used to it.
To this top upper ligament, one to the head, shorty finish. The whole city knows shorty kill it. Shit, he ain't go to.
And the second shot would be premeditated murder.
Yeah, shorty lit. 5 years later, shorty still a truth. He be dead, he famous. He be on the news. He don't give a damn. He be skipping school, breaking all the rules, giving niggas blue. School of the street, shorty got a chew. He picked the wrong. So
he's 5 years later. He's still has this rep of being a badass, of just going forward and not giving a shit.
Shorty finna lose. He don't even hustle. Shorty as a fool, and he ain't got no money. Shorty shoulda who? Fuck that ski mask. Quick way. Give a fuck what you think, nigga. Gotta get the.
Fuck that ski mask. In other words, I really don't give a shit. I'm just gonna go do it.
Lil Wayne stay. Lil Wayne been having both for a decade. Lil Wayne, he ain't play, he a headache. But shorty ain't care, he was ready. Now shorty creeped up to the back door, and his cameras all around his nigga crib. I don't know.
A lot of times, people who are involved in criminal activity have cameras and surveillance equipment. And why do they have that? Because two things. One, they're ops and the cops.
Shorty did that for Lil Wayne saw him coming through the threshold. Couldn't believe Lil Shorty was that bold. Lil Wayne tried to shoot, Shorty let go. Lil Wayne ear bleeding, it was that close. Few more shots, she looked up, Shorty got ghost. Mask war outside.
So now you've got two guys who've shot each other, and now it's war. And that just exacerbates, not only between those two guys, but to everybody that's around them, their families, everybody.
Boy, nigga, you gon' die. Wayne mad, this shit get old. He hot, this beef get cold. He getting tired, shoot another nigga home. He ain't never that hood nigga, always gone.
So Wayne's mad, this shit getting old. He hot, this beef getting cold. He getting tired, shooting up the fella home, he ain't never there. Little fella always gone. So he's getting frustrated by not being able to get him. He saw his cousin in Murphy, Project driveway at church. His auntie son. The brazenness is astounding in this video, and I think that's one of the dedication to the life and the dedication to just being a badass and not giving a shit, having a real cold killer like attitude. Now shorty crying at the funeral, soon to tie. Look, auntie straight in her eyes. Whoever did this shit gon' die. Whoever did this, mama gon' cry. Whoever did this shit's gonna die. Whoever did this shit, mom's gonna cry. It's got to end. This violence has got to end. And this is a little bit older. He slide, I slide, we slide. Ain't stopping to want us die. Ain't stopping to want us die. And you think that's not comforting to a mother. We're gonna stop till one of us is dead. That's although, you know, I mean, who holds everybody up in this community? It's black women. Black women are the strength of that community, without a doubt. You know, you're not a badass because you just go take revenge. It's got to stop. And when it's war outside, it really is war outside. So last week, there were 10 homicides in Chicago. And I just want to harken back a little bit to when FBG Duck died. His mother got on social media and was actually relieved because, you know, if she knew it was probably going to happen, but she didn't have to worry anymore. And how sad is that when it's so bad that you get relieved because, okay, it's over. Now it's over for her son. But do we really want it to end that way? Do we want comfort in the end of somebody's life? You know, what I really like about King Von, especially in this isn't a self-snitching video, but it is a story. It's about Wayne's story. It's about gang violence. It's about senseless beefing. You know, my advice to you, if you got a beef with somebody, either work it out or deal with it by ignoring it and get the fuck away. Because if you just kind of fight, it used to be when we were kids, well, when I was a kid, it was a long fucking time ago, you fought with your fists, you know, and now it's like pop, you know, and I think that's what this, you know, Wayne story kind of resembles. It's just constant, and the people who are left picking up the pieces are these strong, only by design, black women. And let me know what you think about this. I was thinking about doing a roundtable discussion with mothers who have suffered, you know, this kind of fate, where their sons or even daughters, because some of the daughters, you know, get a stray bullet. And it happens every day in this country. So, these are just my thoughts. This has been Bruce Rivers, Criminal Lawyer Reacts to Wayne's story. So if you're watching this, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. If you're feeling generous, follow us on Patreon. You know what we use that account for. And do what you can to be the best influence you can around those that you love the most. Again, Bruce Rivers, Criminal Lawyer Reacts. We'll see you next time.